Chapter 10, Leading Sales Warriors. Chapter 10, Leading Sales Warriors. Great sales cultures aren't built by accident. They're forged by leaders who lead differently. Anyone can manage a number or demand a quota, but only the committed can coach a salesperson to greatness. That's the next level. The sales warrior leader doesn't just hold people accountable, they hold them capable. They don't just correct, they coach. They don't just drive performance, they unleash performance. And here's something you must remember. No one wants to be managed, but warriors want to be coached. Warriors know it's impossible to achieve their full potential without someone seeing more in them than they see in themselves and holding them accountable for becoming the best version of who they were meant to be. Whether you hold the title of sales manager or simply lead through your actions as a peer, this chapter is for you. Because leadership is not about your title, it's about your influence. If you're in a leadership role, formally or informally, you are now the leader, protector, and servant of your team's sales freedom. This chapter will show you how to create it for them. The coaching revelation from admin to sales coach. When I first got promoted to sales management, I asked my boss what I should do. His advice was simple. Ask the salespeople how you can help them, so I did. And here are the answers I got. I need better leads, better marketing, better prices, a better product. So I did everything I could to give them those things. But deep down, I felt like nothing more than an overpaid admin running around trying to fix things that were mostly out of my control. Then something unexpected happened. The Dallas division I was managing was shut down and I lost my job. But the national sales trainer position was open. So I applied for it and got it. I thought maybe this would be different, but nope, same complaints, same requests. And that's when it clicked. One day when a salesperson was again requesting their circumstances get changed, I felt backed into a corner and desperate to keep my job. I said, I don't have the authority to change marketing, prices, or product, but I can teach you how to sell through those problems. And that's exactly what I did. That day changed everything. Not long after, a salesperson named Christine asked me to shadow her sales presentation. She said, Jason, last time you coached me, I did what you said and I sold a home. I need to make more money. Can you help me again? Moment after moment like that followed. Salespeople demanded to be coached by me. That's when I realized managing is making a salesperson's circumstances easier. Coaching is making the salesperson better. And here's the real paradox. When I try to make a salesperson's life easier by fixing their circumstances, I unknowingly keep them trapped in the identity of a victim. But when I coach them, I elevate their identity to that of a warrior, someone who can overcome any challenge. Coaching like an athlete. Once I started Forrest Performance Group, I became obsessed with answering one question. What does world-class sales leadership actually look like? I decided to adopt the same mindset elite sports organizations use. I believed, and still do, that salespeople are athletes and must be coached like athletes. So I studied the greats, Pete Carroll, Nick Saban, Pat Summitt, Bill Walsh, Tim Grover, Bill Beswick, Greg Harden, etc., and asked myself, if this person was coaching a salesperson instead of an athlete, what would they do? That question transformed everything. And the answer became the foundation of our sales leadership development program. Since then, we've trained thousands of sales leaders across dozens of industries, not how to manage, but how to coach. And here's what we see every single time a company fully embraces it. Retention goes up, profits go up, culture improves, stress goes way down for the sales leader. But here's the best part. Every sales leader realizes they are still a salesperson, except now their product is different. They're selling their salespeople on the belief that they matter in the customer's decision. And that sale might just be the most important one of all. 1, build a culture of identity, not just activity. Most sales managers obsess over dials and data, but numbers don't drive behavior, identity does. Sales warriors don't perform for rewards or avoid punishment. They perform because they see themselves as someone who leads, protects, and serves. We believe our identity dictates our beliefs, emotions, and actions. As a leader, your job is to reinforce identity daily, speak their strengths into existence, anchor their wins to who they are becoming, coach their gaps as opportunities for transformation. When they start seeing themselves as a sales warrior, the scoreboard will take care of itself. 2, train in the process, not just the outcome. Anyone can hit quota once. Sales freedom is about repeatability. That comes from the process. We believe the more we learn about selling, the more we realize how little we know about selling. Your team needs a consistent structure to follow, the 12 steps, weekly practice and real-time feedback, pattern recognition from call reviews and coaching sessions. Train them to give every client the best sales experience of their life, and 100% resolution will become the new standard. We believe that process creates clarity, trust, and confidence. 3, speak the language of certainty. As a leader, your words shape their world. Your language must reflect the 3 selling styles: empathy, authority, and truth. Be the servant. I get how hard it is, but I believe in you because be the leader. Here's where we're going and why you can trust the process. Be the protector. Here's what I'm concerned about, and I don't want you to sabotage your progress. When your team hears that balance, they'll mirror it in their sales. And when they do, your culture becomes unstoppable. We believe the right words remove resistance and create certainty. 4, create a coaching rhythm that unlocks growth. One-off feedback isn't coaching. Sales warriors grow through rhythm. Weekly one-on-ones focused on mindset, process, and language, role-play review and objection diagnosis, real-time debriefs from actual sales conversations. You're not just reviewing numbers, you're rewiring belief. We believe that coaching is the fastest way to unleash performance. 5, protect the culture. Like it's sacred, because it is. When someone joins your team, they step into a tribe of warriors, a culture of commitment, and it's your job to protect it. No gossip, no blame or victim language, no excuses, high standards. Sales freedom thrives in an environment of trust, truth, and total ownership. We believe we are the problem and we are also the solution. Sales leadership isn't about being just liked. It's about being respected. When you lead like a coach and multiplier, not a manager, your team will not just hit quota. They'll transform because you served their goals, not your quota, led them to sales freedom, and protected them from their external saboteurs and internal fears. Leaders, if you haven't been coaching like this until now, it's not your fault. You were likely thrown into the role with expectations to manage, but without the tools to lead like this. And to all the salespeople reading this, give your sales leader some grace. They were trapped in a system that taught them to manage activity, not unleash greatness. Their boss didn't know another way either, but that all stops now. This is the new way. We can never fail, but we can always learn and grow. Scan the QR code to enroll in our next Mindset to Sales Leadership Masterclass and become the sales coach you've always wanted to be. In the next chapter, I'll show you how to scale this message beyond yourself, how to become a beacon for others who want sales freedom and lead a mission. Let's go from a team to a tribe. Let's go from a mission to a movement. Let's build a sales freedom revolution.